what's up? What's happening? Big K Beezy, we back in this thing. K Beezy for Shazy. We here to talk. So, Cenat came back to the internet to let us know what's going on and basically to tell us his piece on the situation. So we just here to talk about it. Now he's heard a lot of things, a lot of these theories, the whole stuff going on with Gigi, exposing it all. People saying that, oh, she potentially cheated with what's the dude named K Rich, the whole NBA YoungBoy situation, this, that, and the third. And you know, with people like academics speaking on, they can't really get into contact with him, or whoever else, they can't really get into contact with him, trying to figure out the situation or speak on it. And you know, a lot of shit has been in the air, but Cenat finally came out to speak on it. In my opinion, maybe he should have just like certain people that was trying to reach out to him, i.e. maybe YB or even Gigi or whoever else, maybe they could have had like some conversations about it. Sorry about that. They could have some private conversations, again, because we're used to these people being internet personalities and streamers. And rappers, I guess. But like, besides that, with YB involved. But like, with that being said, like, I also do feel like, hey, maybe he needed that time. Because clearly, bros are really, like, besides him being on his other channel for the fashion stuff and reading and all this other stuff, he's really been staying out of the way of all the drama shit. Hasn't even been streaming a lot and doing his thing. So, again, I feel like he's just really just trying to get his mental right. I feel like the breakup really affected him. And he was just trying to get right and get back. So that's why when a lot of people's like, oh, he's never gonna stream again, I feel like eventually he'll stream again. You know, he'll hop on stream. He'll do something. So we'll see exactly what it will transpire. But you know, he gave us some information. So I feel like we should talk about it a bit, you know what I'm saying? So let's get to it. So I ain't gonna waste too much of your time over here. So let's see what happens. Of course, niggas just talk about the NBA YoungBoy rumor. By the way, Dez, regardless, bro, Dez, that was messy. I know, Dez, I know you and Cenat, that's your mans. That was messy as hell. Like, I get it. Gigi's a pretty girl. I ain't gonna see her act like she ain't pretty. And then the whole Brianna shit, trying to expose Shorty. Like, it was very messy. And listen, Kai, no shit. Like, we need to know if this nigga Ty Lil is the backdoor king. We need to know this. Well, at least I need to know, because, hey, the fight's not happening. But if dude got into academics' like space and then swung him because of that, your connection with dude K Rich, that is crazy. But anyway, let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. I ain't here to waste too much of your time, so boom. Y'all know the situation. I ain't gonna fucking go all the way back, as you know, during Christmas or like the 27th or something like that. Basically, Kai said, yo, the relationship is done. What's it called? I'm single. I don't want to be in a relationship again. And I just feel like it was one of those situations, like, he's probably still going through it. He's still hurt. And he's just, bro, protecting himself, protecting his mentor. I feel like that's really what it was. But let's read about it. I just want to say this from my heart. It can be confusing to see news about me and the people around me that isn't true. I've been sharing my life online for a long time now, and I know that once you share aspects of your life with the world, it can be hard to keep things private. And we've seen this recently. There was, I don't know these people, I ain't gonna lie, there's a lot of streamers, but there's this one streamer couple, forgot their fucking name, they broke the fuck up. And then apparently Jason the Ween and Sakura broke up, which I wasn't really too much in the know of. I knew who Jason was because of the face shit, but like, I didn't really know what she had going on. Anyways, they broke up. He was like crying on whatever other stream he was crying and whatever. And he came on to say like, oh, that shit was real. He was going through a breakup and he was doing this. Even Platboy Max said he had to break up with his girl. I guess, I forgot the girl's name, but she was in like everybody's stream. That girl, right? So I'm assuming it's her. He had to break up with her because like the audience got into it. And I remember because Omizi did a video saying like you should be able to show like your girl off and you shouldn't be ashamed to post her on social media, which I do understand from Omizi. But sometimes people is a parasocial, I don't know the exact term, but like people watch you, grow up watching you or whatever the fuck, so they feel they're invested in your relationship even though they're not in the relationship, because they're invested in you as a content creator, streamer. You like TV to them, you know what I'm saying? It's like a show. So even with that being said, right? I can understand why a couple of these dudes keep their girls off social media and shit like that, because it's just too much. It brings too much unnecessary shit. And let's say y'all go through something and y'all do break up, then niggas is looking at you like the bad guy. So I can understand. And even if I do think, because probably Kai will get into another relationship, it's not going to be as public as this one was. You know, sadly, we see it. Sometimes y'all be using, well, not be using, because niggas gonna see a pretty girl. Y'all might use her a little bit for content. It is what it is at the end of the day. And niggas are questioning that relationship. And it's just a messy situation. I feel like, first of all, you can do what you want. Some audiences might be okay with you having your significant other over here and everything chill. Other audiences, bro, they gonna get to tweaking, especially the younger generation. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's different for content creators. I remember Casey Neistat, like we kind of seen his family. Everybody was like, all right, cool. Same with even Matt Pat, you know what I'm saying? We knew him and Stephanie was together and it was calm. But like, even with that being said, like, I think it just depends on the audience as well. Like, y'all is more live streamers. The people I named are more like YouTube content creator. I think it's different. But I'm still sure they were getting crazy comments. But sorry. I went on a whole fucking tangent. Sorry. There have been rumors, speculations, and comments made about my previous relationship and my friends. I ain't gonna lie, Des look crazy though. Kai, regardless, Des look insane. You're so epic. That's crazy. And comments about my friends. I want to apologize for not addressing things sooner, but I needed to take a step back from social media and process everything. People react to things in different ways. It is an emotional time and should have been handled privately. If there is ever something important, something real for me to address or say, you will hear it from me directly. You'll always hear it from me. Don't let the noise distract from that. This applies to everything in my life, my relationships, my businesses, my streams, everything. I wish the best to Gabrielle and ask to please respect both sides. Again, and like I said, I know we're looking at Gabrielle because we love Kai. We think Kai's such a nice guy that she might have been somebody that did some wrong shit. I'm not saying she's innocent by any means. I'm just saying, bro, there could have been bullshit on both sides. We don't know. And honestly, looking at Gigi's video, I don't think she dealt with none of these niggas, bro. Because me personally, I don't know the girl. I don't know what she had going on like that. But I don't think she was really messing around with niggas like that, no. Me personally. So again, hey, Kai had to speak his piece. I guess it was being too much. I really think like he got hurt from this. He's focusing on other stuff, but he might just be taking a step back a little bit, taking a little bit well-deserved break. It might seem abrupt and crazy to us as like the audience, but I just feel like, bro, he just got to get his mental right. And sometimes you got to let the person be right for themselves before they can come and be right for us to enjoy them or whatever have you. But again, I'm happy he did speak on it. We'll see what happens with the other people. But you're so epic is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. But what do y'all think? Comments down below. Links in the description. Besides this, your friendly neighborhood K.A. signing off for today. The Black TJ Detweiler doing this thing. My name ring bells like Quasimodo. Hit like, subscribe. You trying to hit a little bit more. You heard me. And I'm gone. Shalom, zoom, peace, shadows, gang. Aye.